It is a beautiful day for this 3-day weekend.
Yeah.
Day 2, we still have one more day.
And lots of waves out there and a few sharks, huh?
And a few sharks, yeah, Oceano and Huntington Beach. So
I'll tell you what, if I go out tomorrow and I hear that music, the piano, I'm running fast. Right,
It's going to be beautiful to go out tomorrow.
Yeah, beautiful weather out there. Let's go ahead and look at that live shot again. I've seen this a million times and can watch it 1,000 more. It's just so perfect out there. A little bit of haze and low cloudiness out there, as you can see, as you're looking south. But really, for the most part, we're getting what we call the monsoonal flow this time of year, and it's really helping to squash that marine layer. In fact, look at the highs today. Inland area is just roasting out there. Ojai at 96 degrees, Santa Barbara 90. Believe it or not, not much of a sea breeze, and this part of the world can really start to warm up. And we're also feeling, because some moisture is lingering along the coastline with the marine layer, you get a little bit of that humidity feeling out there. It feels a little sticky. So Ventura at 81, it felt a lot warmer there. And there's the current temperatures. Again, just getting a slight bit of a sea breeze, not much along the south coast, but just a little bit better in Lompoc, and that's why you're seeing a 10-degree difference between, say, Lompoc and Gaviota. Not that far apart, but because of the winds, and right there you can see it, the 14 miles an hour coming off the ocean temperature is in the upper 50s to lower, even mid-60s up and down this coastline right here, and that's exactly why you're seeing that difference in the temperature. Just as long as you get that Mother Nature's sort of air conditioner can really help to bring down that temperature really quickly. As far as our pattern right now, it's very seasonal, coastal fog out there. The only sort of wrench in the system, so to speak, is the monsoon flow, and that's the southerly winds that sometimes kick up on the backside of high pressure. Big area of high pressure over the Four Corners region of the southwest of the United States. As the air rotates around it, it can bring up moisture from Mexico, which is tropical, all the way from the Gulf of Mexico, if you can believe it. And once in a while, it does spawn a little bit of thunder around Southern California. We've had some throughout extreme Southern California today, but sometimes it can actually make it all the way up into the Central Coast and even Ventura County, perhaps to the eastern, the backsides of San Luis, all the way down through Santa Barbara. So we keep an eye on that, but for the most part, it'll be that marine layer. Warm inland, very, very warm, even hot. Coastal areas, of course, will stay a little bit cooler. In fact, when we go ahead and put the fog tracker in just a second right here, watching this kicks in, normally we see the fog pushing in this way. Well, look at this. We're actually being overrun again by that monsoon flow, and it's even showing up on some of our radars way up in the Tehachapis and the eastern Sierras, as you can see right there. Now, so for us, really no rain chances, but there's that slight chance that once in a while that can sneak into some of our areas. And again, the marine layer along the coast will keep things cool along those beaches. Your overnight temperatures, a lot of areas are going to have a hard time getting out of the 60s, if you can believe it. And tomorrow's temperature should go back into the 60s, 70s, right along the immediate sand. Some 70s and 80s is once you get off the coastline and get farther inland. And of course, the very inland folks that are really off the beaches will likely go well back into the 90s. Even triple digits are possible around, let's see, Atascadero and back up to Paso Robles. So it will be warm there. And down the Oxnard Plain, same story there. Right on the beaches, 60s and 70s, more than likely just 70s, even a possible 80 out there if we can just keep the sea breeze at bay, maybe as well keep those white sharks out of that region personally. That's just a personal note. Inland areas, again, very warm out there. Camarillo at 81, Santa Paula 86. Surf, unfortunately, with those sharks, guess what? We have a great swell right now out of the southwest southern hemisphere swell. So I have a funny feeling it's going to keep no one out of the water, depending on that water could be boiling mercury and people would still paddle out. And there's your 7-day forecast. 80s and 70s for Santa Barbara. We'll cool things off slightly at the end of that 7 days. We expect to see high pressure weakening just a little bit. So that basically opens the door for more ocean influence. The Pacific Ocean, of course, bringing in cooler air. Santa Maria, same story there. Mild and breezy toward the middle and second half of the work week. Ventura as well. Look at that patchy fog throughout the period, right on the beaches, but inland areas should do very well. So just a great forecast. I would say absolutely no complaints when your overnight lows are only in the 60s and your afternoon highs low to mid 70s.
It looks good to me.
Yeah.
Okay, thanks for that, Sean. Today was a continuation of the 77th edition of Santa Barbara's Ultimate Summer Sports Festival, or better known as the annual Semana Nautica.